See that girl? She's been camping outside of the Apple store for 8 hours and actually slept on the sidewalk just so she could get her hands on the newest iPhone the minute it came out. So how does a business like yours get people to line up outside the door for your newest offering? Let's talk about it. The brand loyalty discussion starts with answering the question, why are people willing to wait in line for hours on end in order to buy the latest edition of the iPhone? No business exists in a vacuum, and Apple is definitely not the only cell phone provider or computer provider, in addition to the fact that they're expensive. Yet people are obsessed with them and they won't go anywhere else. It doesn't matter if Samsung releases a cheaper, better phone than Apple. These diehard Apple fans will only buy from Apple. In fact, about half of the people who defect from Samsung switch over to Apple every single year. If we're going to put a definition on this, brand loyalty is when a customer chooses to repeatedly purchase a product or service that's made by the same company instead of going with a different product or service that's made by a competitor. So the classic example is people who always buy Coke versus Pepsi when they arguably taste exactly the same. If you have a shampoo you always buy, or maybe a specific gym you always go to, a type of milk you always purchase, you could switch up the type of milk you buy in a second and it will likely taste just the same, but you probably won't. So how do you go about creating that diehard loyalty for your own business? To be frank, most of us aren't Apple, and that's okay. They have a ton of time and money to invest in building relationships with their customers, but remember that they started in a garage and they played by the same rules as the rest of us. There are proven ways and methods that you can use in order to get your customers to trust your brand and keep coming back, regardless if you're a one-person show or you have an entire team that you can work with. So let's take a look at how to do that starting right now. Scrolling. 1. Create a positive experience. This first tip also could be called create a brand identity, and here's why. To build trust with your customers, they need to see your brand as something they can relate to. And this is largely done through your brand design and your brand voice, which you can learn all about in this video. Apple knows that their target audience sees themselves as computer savvy. They want to be perceived as sleek and current and with it. So Apple creates that entire experience for their customers. It goes beyond their products. Their design packaging is sleek. They use images of people their customers want to be like on their website and in their ads, and you can do the same. Ask yourself who your customers want to be and how your product or service will help them become that. If you have a cleaning service, maybe your customers want to see themselves as put together and on top of their life. So when you build your online presence, show them images of people who are multitasking with a smile. If your customers want to feel relaxed, use soft colors and images of happy people reclining on chairs, things like that. And if you sell products, make sure this experience that you're trying to create for your customers carries through to the products themselves, from their ease of use to the way that they look and they feel. Give your customers a positive first experience and you'll build the trust over time that keeps them coming back. 2. Get rid of purchasing anxiety. People don't like spending money and they're usually nervous to do so. So to get rid of purchasing anxiety, Apple offers warranties on its products. They also have Genius bars all over the place so people know if something goes wrong, they can just head in for an easy fix. In other words, people know that Apple provides accessible service. For you, this could mean something as simple as enabling live chat support on your website, which you can do through platforms like Live Chat or Talk.to. You can also set up a WhatsApp business account so your customers can reach you if they have questions. Let your customers know early on that you have top-notch service and can ease them through the purchasing process. This can help you both attract first-time customers and make people trust that they can come back to your business in a safe way. 3. Become known in your community or space. People like to do what their friends are doing. They like to use brands they believe they trust, and they often go to the people around them for those recommendations. So if you run a local business, think about forming partnerships with local community leaders or other businesses that are already well established and offer to promote each other's services. Even offer their audience a free trial so they can get to know what you offer. And then, of course, dazzle them. The more endorsements you have from other trusted brands and community members, the more people will feel they can trust your brand and keep coming back. 4. Implement loyalty cards or a rewards program. Loyalty cards aren't only for Macy's. They're a great way to motivate customers to shop more frequently, and you can do this on whatever scale you're comfortable with. Most loyalty cards work on the premise of your customer purchases a certain number of times and they earn a reward as a result. So once you get customers in the door, a members club helps you keep your existing customers and communicate with them more effectively. They're a great way to show that some customers are more special by virtue of how frequently they shop at your business. It reinforces their behavior to engage with your brand while emphasizing community and belonging, emotions that all help create brand loyalty. Just make sure the reward is attractive and that it's easy to redeem. You can also base your rewards program on referrals. For every new customer they refer to you, they get 50% off the next time they purchase. It's a win-win for everyone. 5, focus on creating community. People love to feel part of communities that offer mutual benefits. Digital communities like LinkedIn and Facebook groups and forums that discuss something related to your industry are a really good place to start. Try to think of ways to create an environment that your customers can be a part of, which they wouldn't necessarily be able to access if they weren't your customer. If you're a financial consultant, maybe you can start a weekly discussion group about budget hacks. Local businesses can look to create physical meetups that allow your customers to meet and discuss topics of their choice that are related to your industry. Building community could also just mean engaging regularly with your customers. Reach out to past customers, let them know about a new offer. For example, if you run yoga classes, you can create stories about them on Instagram and send your stories to past customers with a cute message like, "Would love to see you there." People tend to feel seen when you reach out to them, and it helps them create personal connections with your brand, as opposed to just seeing you as just another business. Creating community will also help your brand stay relevant in the minds of your customers, so the next time they need something you offer, they'll be more likely to think of you. 6, ask your customers for feedback. People love to feel heard and have their opinions valued. The more your customers see that you're willing to adapt to what they need, the more open they'll be to sticking with you because you're showing them you care. You can send them surveys, create polls on social media, and even incentivize them with discounts or small freebies for responding. And of course, show up for them. Do your best to hear their feedback and make changes as your business evolves to show them that their opinions really do matter and that you're here to serve them. So these are just a few ways to build brand loyalty with your customers. If there's one takeaway you get from this video, it should be that businesses of all sizes can start doing this. The same rules apply to everyone. Remember to focus on creating a positive experience for your customers. Put in the effort and you'll see that it's super worth your time. I hope this was helpful, and if there's any other topic you want us to cover to help you grow your business, we'd love to make that video for you next, so let us know in the comments below and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.